About 4,675 years ago, near present-day Cairo, stood the astonishing plan of an ancient civilization in the Giza desert. This was during the 4th dynasty of Egypt, when Pharaoh Khufu reigned. Khufu was a powerful and divine ruler who sought to remain immortal after death. The ancient Egyptians believed that the pharaoh was reborn after death and reunited with the gods. From this belief arose a project that still amazes people thousands of years later, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The pyramid was built as Khufu's tomb, and it is still the only surviving example of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The pyramid was about 146.6 meters or 480 feet high. It has eroded somewhat today, and was constructed using about 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing an average of about 2.5 tons. The question arises, how did the ancient Egyptians move such huge and heavy stones from one place to another, placing them one after another, and that too with such precision, where each direction is almost completely facing north, south, east, and west? And what technology did they use to build this incredible structure with such perfect geometry, which is still considered an engineering marvel? For a long time, various myths were prevalent about it. Some said that it was built by aliens. Others said that thousands of slaves did this work. However, through the research of modern archaeology, engineering, physics, and historians, the real truth has emerged against these misconceptions. In the 1990s, Dr. Zahi Hawass and Dr. Mark Lehner excavated in the area adjacent to the Giza pyramids and made an important discovery: the ruins of a labor camp. There were found kitchens, bread ovens, animal bones, and signs of hundreds of people living there. This camp was the home of the workers involved in the construction of the pyramids. Most importantly, these people were healthy, well-nourished, and rewarded for their work. Many of them have signs of treatment on their bones, which suggests that they were given medical care. This means that these workers were ordinary Egyptians, especially farmers who worked for the royal family during certain times of the year, when the Nile River flooded and agricultural work was stopped. However, such a perfect structure would not have been possible without workers. The question remains, how were these stones brought? Most of the stones were collected from quarries around Giza, but the biggest surprise is the huge granite stones used in the royal chambers, which weigh between 50 and 70 tons. They were brought from the Aswan area in southern Egypt, about 800 kilometers away. Scientists have found evidence that these granite stones were brought to Giza on rafts along the Nile River. Ancient hieroglyphs and carved images describe this method of boat transport. Again, the question arises, how were these stones lifted so high? There are many explanations, but the most widely accepted is the ramp theory. According to this theory, a huge ramp was built during construction, on which the stones were pulled up. Some say the ramp went up from the front, others say the ramp went around the pyramid and went up. French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin went a step further and said that there was a rotating ramp inside the pyramid, through which the stones were lifted up. This has also been verified using modern 3D scanning. A big mystery is how it was possible to place the stones so precisely. Each block is placed in such a way that despite its weight, not even a blade can be inserted between two stones. The ancient Egyptians used copper tools, which were not very strong but were sharp. They used dolerite stone hammers to cut the stones, rubbing them against sandstone. The method of cutting and cultivating the stones was time-consuming, but very precise. They also determined the direction through the shadow of the sun, star observations, and geometric methods. Each side of the pyramid faced true north, south, east, and west. Each angle was exactly 90 degrees. This makes it clear that they had a deep knowledge of astronomy and geometry. When scientists in the modern era started a project called Scan Pyramids, in 2017 they found a huge secret void inside the pyramid, which is located above the royal chamber. It has not yet been fully explored. Some say it is just to maintain structural balance, while others say that there may be more hidden rooms or secrets waiting here. Today, this pyramid still stands, having withstood 4,600 years of dust storms, wars, and earthquakes. It is not just a burial ground. It proves that the ancient Egyptians were not just a religious people. They were skilled engineers, scientists, and organizers. It is a historical document that shows how the impossible can be made possible when the human brain, organization, timing, and labor come together. The Great Pyramid of Giza is not the result of some miraculous imagination. It is an immortal example of true human wisdom, perseverance, and ancient knowledge.